So today we're going to talk about probably the most commonly discussed topic among preppers, bug out bags. Like that. All right, so today I'm back with the amazing Scarlett, and we're going to talk about bug out bags. Now, the bug out bag we're talking about today is kind of special. A few years ago when I started getting interested in prepping, one of the things that I did was I started building my own bug out bag, and both of my kids took an interest in what I was doing, and they wanted to do their own bug out bags. So they each grabbed an old school backpack and started loading it up with the things that we talked about that they would need, and they both kept a little bag in their room by the door for several years. Last year I decided that Scarlett needed an upgrade for her bug out bag. For Christmas this year I gave her a starter bag with a bunch of stuff in it so that she could kick off putting together a proper bug out bag. And now that she's not living at my house anymore and we've got some pretty good distance between us, I wanted her to have something that would take care of everything in the event that I wasn't there to help out. She's brought her bag today. Now, it's the bag that I got her for Christmas with the stuff that I bought her for Christmas in it, but she's also added a lot to it. So I'm curious to see what she's thought of since I gave it to her. Now, when I gave it to her, it was not intended to be a complete bag. It was just a starter. We'll talk a little bit about the stuff that was in it when I gave it to her, and we'll talk about the things that she's picked up along the way. Let's first look at the bag. The bag is a mossy oak backpack. It's not intended to be a like a 72-hour pack or anything like that. This is basically a get her to the place that she needs to get to as quick as possible. Neither one of us lives far away from civilization, so we don't have to worry about traveling too far, and chances are in the event of a disaster neither one of us really plans to go anywhere immediately. This backpack is designed pretty much to get her back home in the event that something happens when she's at work or away visiting or what have you. So let's look a little deeper into it then.
Alright, so this is a pretty big backpack. As you can see, it has a lot of pockets, which is great, and it has these nice little cushy supports on it right here to make it comfortable for carrying. So let's talk about the stuff that's on the outside of it first, because there's a lot of it. The first thing that I have on the outside here is I've got this water bottle. I'm gonna just take it. It's a screw cap water bottle from Survival Boxes, which I'm pretty sure there's a video on this channel where you got this exact water bottle in a box. So this is a water bottle. It is metal and it just has a screw cap, and it has a little carabiner as well.
Yeah, this is a single layer aluminum bottle. It's not
insulated.
It's not insulated. Also, it being aluminum, you can use it to boil water if you need to, but I wouldn't use it much. Aluminum's not really the metal of choice.
So I keep that clipped on the outside. Also attached to the same carabiner is
a ferro rod.
Yep. And whatever this is. What is this?
That's the striker. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got that attached to the same little carabiner here.
Let's bring this over just a little bit.
On the other side, I've got this little multi-tool thing. Not like a multi-tool, like a knife, like a Swiss Army knife deal. But this is a compass. It's a whistle. It has a thermometer. And then inside, I can't dig it out at this moment from, there we go, is a magnifying glass. So I got this at Walmart in the camping section for like $1. Actually, a lot of the stuff that's in here that I bought came from the camping section at Walmart. I have this other water bottle. This is an insulated water bottle. It is a 24-ounce vacuum sealed stainless steel water bottle from Ozark Trail. I got it on clearance at Walmart.
I have one just like it.
Yep. So I bought several of them on clearance at Walmart because they were like $5. So I have that one in the little side pocket over here. Also on this same pocket I have, well, I've got this flashlight. And the cool thing about this flashlight is it's a flashlight, but it's also a lantern, and it flashes, so it's like an emergency light basically. And then I've got my little e-tool thing here, which I'm not gonna...
Need to learn how to use it.
Yeah, probably.
Basically.
But in the meantime, I can still smack somebody over the head with it if I need to, so there's that.
The great thing about e-tools is that they serve a lot of purposes, including being a weapon. I mean, there's countless stories from like the Vietnam War from guys that used their e-tool after they ran out of ammunition or found themselves in a bad position, and that was the one thing they could go to. So, I mean,
Yep.
It's a great weapon. It's a great tool. It gets the job done. If you're snowed in and you got to dig some snow out of your tires, or if you're in the mud or something,
Yep.
you've got that with you.
And it's got a compass on the end too, so that's 2 that I have in here. On the back here, I've got my bandana, which is good for a lot of different uses, which we discussed in the baby bug out bag video. And then this is my favorite thing in this entire bag. It is a carabiner coffee cup from Survival Boxes as well. This was another thing that was already in this bag, on this bag, when I got it for Christmas, but this is my absolute favorite thing that's in this box.
Yeah, when I got the box that came in, she immediately latched onto it. She's like, I want one of those. So guess who ended up with it?
Me! He doesn't drink a lot of coffee anyway. So that is everything that's on the outside of the bag. So let's get into the inside. Let's go smallest pocket first. Okay, so I have a lot of good stuff in here. Okay, so here is is my utensil. It's a knife, a fork, and a spoon. It's metal, and that is super nifty. I think these are so freaking cool.
I've got one of those that I keep at work,
Right there.
and I use it. Yeah, I've got one with me today, but I've got one at work, and I use it all the time. I'll eat lunch with it.
It's nifty.
If you're not one of those people that likes to throw away plastic spoon after plastic spoon, keep one of these on hand.
Yep, and you can get them, I think you can get these at Walmart too. So, I mean, you can buy them on Amazon.
I think I got these off of Wish, and I got them for maybe $1. I mean, it was stupid cheap. That's why I bought like 6 of them.
But these are super nifty to have on hand just anywhere. Keep it like in a purse or in your bug out bag or at work or at home even, just wherever. And they're super kid friendly because Ellie can eat out of this. Like, it's small enough.
I wouldn't let her eat off of the other end.
Not off the other end because it's got the knives.
You don't mind what you're doing. You can end up like the Joker.
This side is kid friendly size though. I've got a pack of Kleenex tissues in here. I have a head net for bugs, mosquitoes, gnats, yeah, all that stuff. It just goes over a hat like that.
Where we live, if you are out at night and you're trying to get somewhere and you don't have something to cover your face with to keep the bugs off of them, you are going to be insane and covered in bug bites by the time you get home.
Yeah. Anyway, so this head net and this bandana are good for the same thing. Like, you can use this to keep bugs off of your face, like while you sleep and stuff. Don't suffocate, but you know. So this is just a water bag. This
that was
came
another
in.
thing I got from Survival Boxes.
Yeah. So this is just a water bag. It is 2 gallons. It's a 2-gallon water bag. I have an emergency poncho. It is water resistant, and it's from Ozark Trail. Got it at Walmart for $1.
Regardless of what the temperatures are like in your area, if you're out in the rain, if you're forced to be out in the rain, it doesn't take much for hypothermia to set in. So keeping the rain off of you in the first place is a definite advantage to survival.
I have tissue on the go. It's mainly toilet paper, but you could use it to, I mean, wipe your nose, wipe your hands, wipe anything with.
I think my favorite thing about this is the name, the tissue on the go.
Go.
Because it could mean just about anything you want it to mean.
But this is super nifty. I got several of these because these, once again, I got them at Walmart in the camping section for $1. So this
and this is really cool. Let me see that tissue real quick too. One of the things about this, the reason this is different from just keeping a roll of tissue in your bag, is that this is designed to be dispensed out of this. You can like hang this up and dispense the paper.
Yep. I think there's instructions on the back.
If you drop this on the ground, the whole roll doesn't end up soaked in whatever's on the ground.
It's in this nice little plastic
you're in a
case.
plastic sealed case, and it's got this for hanging it on a branch or something like that, or if you got a nail or something, you can hang it on that.
And as far as regular toilet paper goes, my very first bug out bag had a full roll of toilet paper, and I put it in the bug out bag just by itself, and it got completely squished and mangled, and that's not the kind of stuff you want for cleaning your butt. So the next thing is probably one of the coolest things I have in here. This is a Hydro Blue Sidekick 3-stage straw water filter. This is one of those things that you see advertised for people in third world countries that don't have a lot of access to clean water. You see like people drinking out of puddles and stuff with them. That's what this is.
It's like a life straw.
Yeah, it's basically a life straw. It removes bacteria, protozoa chemicals, and stuff, like E. coli, cholera, parasite. You literally just take the cap off, stick it in a body of water and drink out of it. Like, you don't have to do anything else. You just stick this like in a puddle and drink out of it, and it purifies it. It might not be the best tasting water in the world, and you might get icked out thinking about the fact you're drinking puddle water. God knows what's in it, but it's better than dying of dehydration.
So one of the things that people don't realize when it comes to using these kind of straws, though, is whatever's in that water, that's what the water is going to taste like even after it goes through the filter. So if it's something that's got a lot of fish and stuff like that in it, the water's going to taste a little fishy. It's not going to be fresh, clean spring water by any means. Now, a little bit of educational advice for using water filters and things. If you're in a position where you're having to hike and you're looking for a supply of water, even if you're going to use something like this, get off of the main road areas. Get as far away from the roads as you can, because one of the things that people don't think about is the runoff from rainwater on the road. You're washing gas, you're washing oil, you're washing all kinds of chemicals and stuff off of that road and to the roadside. So while it may be the most convenient thing to go to this puddle that's right by the side of the road, there are way too many contaminants in there that even this is not going to be able to take care of. So you're going to need to go further back, get away from things, and also don't get your water supply near a pasture where there's a lot of cattle. You know, everything that runs off of the cattle poo is going into that water supply. So you're going to look for something that's out of the way, off the main traveled highways, and go find you a water source that's a little bit cleaner to start with, and there'll be a lot less things you're going to have to worry about, because the filters, boiling, all that doesn't take things like petroleum products out of the water. It simply concentrates them.
This, I will say, you cannot use it in seawater because that's salt water. You don't want to be drinking that anyway, because that's a really good way to get dehydrated really, really fast. This is a 100-gallon capacity straw, and it comes with an extra filter. I keep it in the package instead of taking it out because it's supposed to be kept dry and in a cool, dry location until use and after use. So this is the best way to make sure you don't mess up your straw, is just not taking it out of the package. But
yeah, there's no need to until you're ready to use it.
It doesn't take up that much space in here. All right, so that is everything in this front pocket. Let's move on to this pocket. So in here, I've got these Bugable mosquito repellent bands. These things are super useful. You just put them, they're citronella wristbands. Basically, you put them on your ankles, your wrists, and keep the bugs off of you to some extent. I mean, I would still recommend having bug spray and such, and the head net for sure. But these, you just wear them. You don't have to worry about spraying bug spray on you as much. So I've got those. I've got this flashlight, which is an Ozark Trail flashlight from Walmart as well. And then I have a headlamp here with an adjustable strap.
And once again, we discussed this in the baby bug out bag video. Headlamps are great because you free up your hands to do things that you need to be doing.
Also in this pack, I just added this to the bag, is a pack of matches from MRE that we just ate in another video. These are matches designed especially for damp climates, but they're not waterproof matches. I have a thing in here.
But that's great here. I mean, in the South, it's very
real
humid.
Muggy and real humid. So these aren't gonna go bad just from the humidity in the air. So that is everything in that little pouch. And I'm not done with this bag by any means. I've got so much more stuff that I want to put in it, but this is a good start.
This is what she's running with right now.
Yeah. You could survive with this bag for a couple of days kind of situation. So in here, I've got these things. These are military socks, and they're supposed to be, yeah, they're wool socks. They're for cold weather situations. And then this is a pair of gloves. I got these at the surplus store in Collierville on the square, where we got our MREs from, and a couple of other things that are in this bag came from there as well. They were $6 a piece. I got several of them, but these are like adult size socks and gloves that are wool, good for very cold weather and good for layering as well. All right, so the next thing I have in this pack is this food bag. It is blueberry oatmeal. It's just instant oats and freeze-dried blueberries. You add 6 cups of water to, and this expires December 30th, 2043.
Is that Skull Crusher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we got,
it's like, what is it, 5-6 servings?
5 servings, I think.
Yeah.
So you could make this in the beginning of the day and eat on it all day. It's resealable, so if you didn't want to make the whole thing, you could make half of it and just eat part of it one day, reseal it, put it back in the bag, eat it the next day for breakfast. But this we got at a prepper show at the Agri Center for $5. This whole bag was $5. It was on clearance. I've also got another one of those. It is the barbecue beef meal. We actually sampled this and it was really
so good.
Freaking good. Like, I would make this and eat it. Like, if we went camping, this would be a meal for one day. But this is just pasta, beef, tomato sauce, that kind of stuff. It's got some carrot, celery, kind of like chili mac almost, but it's really good. It's also expires the same time. Got a resealable pack, so if you don't want to make the whole thing at once. And it's, I believe, 5 servings. And I also got this for $5 at the same prepper show from the same vendor, clearly.
We got really lucky on that.
Oh, yeah.
They had prepared a bunch of product and there was a misprint on the label, so they were clearing it all out for next to nothing.
So we bought a bunch of it.
Between the two of us.
We cleared them out.
We bought what we could carry.
I mean, they were $5.
Look, the budget that I run on, I'm not going to pass up a deal like that. If
No.
I've got the money to spend on it, I'm going to buy everything I can with that. Especially if I'm in a place where they're letting me taste it and I know it's good.
Yep, they had crock pot set up and they were doing this one and another one. I don't remember what the other one was, but I'm gonna put this down here so it doesn't fall, since I just
the other
took
was
the...
chili or something.
This is really freaking cool. This is one of the things that was in there when he gave it to me. It is a backpacker camp set, like a cooking set.
It was a vintage set that I
yep.
came across and I could not resist
in the
it.
box. That's so cool. It's got a kettle, it's got 2 cups, 2 dishes, well, 3 dishes, 2 dishes in a frying pan, a cloth strap, and a clamp handle. And I mean, it's a cooking set. You use it to cook your food in. So the last little thing that I have, the last package, this compartment in here, has my stormproof matches in a little water resistant container. I have my Instafire fire starter. I think I have 2 of those. Yeah, I've got 2 packs of these fire starters that you just light with a match or a lighter. And then the very last 2 things in here are 2 packs of emergency drinking water. They're 5 years shelf life from Mayday, and they're just these little...
You got 5 years
from 2018.
November of 2018. So
yep.
yeah, it actually says August 2023 is when it expires.
Yep. So these have expiration dates on them, but these are just 2 little packs of emergency drinking water, just in case. These aren't the most ideal things because they're kind of heavy.
It's a Mylar pouch. It can pop.
Yeah, and it can pop, it can get on your stuff, but you don't have access to a puddle or a lake or something along those lines, or plumbing. Here you go.
Now this is not one of my favorite things in the world as far as a storage system, but here's the thing. I do keep several of these in my kit. Now I do put them all in a Ziploc bag, so that if they pop, it'll stay contained in the Ziploc bag. But the thing is that if you've got a few of these, that's a little bit more time before you've got to start going deep into the woods and looking for a new water source and purifying water and all that. So because you've already got a little bit here to get you through what may actually get you to where you're going, and you may never have to worry about breaking out the water filter and all that. So put 3, 4, 5 of these things in your bag. Not enough that it's going to put a bunch of extra weight on it, but enough that it'll get you through what you need.
Yep. So that is everything that is in my bug out bag. It is not a complete bag by any means. I've got a whole lot more stuff that I want to get and put in it. I don't have any weapons right now in it other than the e-tool, clearly. I don't have anything to sleep in. Like, I don't have any...
You don't have a sleeping bag?
I don't have a sleeping bag. I don't have a tent. They have these little tents in the camping section at Walmart that break down into a bag that's like this big, which would be super good to keep in there. I mean, it's basically like a tarp that you hang up by a string. It's not like some fancy 10-person tent that has an air conditioning unit window in it or anything like that. It's literally just a tarp that you hang up and sleep in, but it's better than being out in the elements for sure.
You need a small stove to keep in there or something. With
I've
maybe
seen
an
several
Esprit
of
stove or
those. I try to keep an eye out for this stuff because really the only place that we have, I live in a small town, is Walmart, and they have a huge camping section at the one that near my house, but they have a lot of good sales and stuff, so I'm trying to keep an eye out for one of those camping stoves, one of the small portable camping stoves to go on sale so that I can get it, put it in there, because they're kind of expensive.
I didn't see a knife.
I already said that.
No, so
I said I didn't have any weapons or anything. I don't have a knife.
Well, weapons and cutting instruments are different things.
Yeah.
They can be the same thing, but
yeah.
you need to make sure you've got a knife of some kind,
yep.
some kind of cutting instrument in there. So it sounds like you're on the right path, but
This is just a really basic bag, just get you from point A to point B in about 2 days kind of situation. I could probably survive off of this bag for a couple of days if I absolutely had to.
you could probably go 4 to 5 days on that. I mean, the food that you've got in there is designed to go a little further than a typical.
Right, if it was just me, I could survive off this bag for several days. If it was like me and 3 other people.
Now, here's a suggestion for you for food. Go to Walmart, go back in the camping section, get you one of those blocks of the survival
rations?
food. They're like just little bricks of food.
Yeah.
In a little orange pack. They're designed to store in high heat. They last forever, and they've got a lot of nutrition in them, and they take up minimal space. Get you one of those to put in there too.
Yep. If you can think of anything else that I really, really need in my bag, just let me know in the comments and I will look for it and hopefully get it and put it in my bag. A lot of this stuff came from the survival box, subscription box that he has. A lot of it came from the Prepper Show or the camping section at Walmart or the surplus store in Collierville on the Square. That's pretty much where we get all of our stuff from.
So how do you think she's doing on this? You think she's on the right path? Give us some suggestions, give her some tips on maybe where to look for some of the things that she's needing. Keep in mind that just like the dad budget prepper, she's on a family budget. She's got 2 kids now. So she's got to be careful how she spends her money on this kind of stuff. Are there items that you know she has to have right away? Tell us about it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Also, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the little notification bell. That way you can find out every time we've got a new video coming out. We're trying to put more out as we go. And until next time, prepare for the world that you live in, not the one you wish existed. See you next time.